Let's start today just standing up. So my name is Marissa, and this is our morning stretch. Let's sweep the arms out and all the way up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale, lift to a flat back. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale, come up to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale, come to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Bend your knees. Take your hands to high finger pads right outside of your feet. Step your right knee to the ground behind you. Step your left knee to the ground behind you. Point your feet and take your feet over to the right. Then come to sit behind your knees, and then just sitting up nice and tall, cross your legs. Take your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Reach your prayer hands forward, up, and in. 3 more, forward, up, and in. 2 more, forward, up, and in. 1 more, forward, up, and in. Reverse it. Go up and forward and in. 3 more, up and forward and in. 2 more, up and forward and in. 1 more, up and forward and in. Release your hands down. Let's go back to all fours, hands and knees. You'll plant your hands flat right under your shoulders and have your knees right under your hips. Tuck your toes so it's the opposite of pointing. Inhale, arch your spine and look to the sky. Exhale, round your spine and look in. Do it 3 more times. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. 2 more. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. 1 more. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. Come to a neutral spine. It's a flat back. Keep your toes tucked. Pull your butt back to your right heel. Then send your butt over to your left heel. Come forward over your left wrist. Go over your right wrist. So you're making a circle going back right and left, forward left and right, going back right and left, forward left and right. 1 more, back right and left, forward left and right. Come to center. Keep your toes tucked. It's the opposite of pointing. Pull your butt back to your left heel, then go over to your right heel. Come forward to your right shoulder and over to your left shoulder. So you're going back left and right, forward right and left. 2 more, back left and right, forward right and left. 1 more, back left and right, forward right and left. Come to center with your shoulders right over your wrists. Point your feet. Now your pedicures are to the floor. The tops of your feet are to the floor. Send your knees just a little bit wider apart and bring your big toes to touch with your pedicures to the floor. Pull your butt backwards so you're sitting on your heels. So your butt is all the way down onto your heels. And then walk your hands forward. Separate your hands shoulder distance apart. Your palms are face down. Lower your forehead to the ground, keeping your butt sitting down on your heels. Lift your forehead up, rearrange yourself back to all fours. Your hands come under your shoulders, your knees go under your hips, your feet are in line with your knees, and you'll tuck your toes. Keep your toes tucked, and then on the mat, slide your right leg long back behind. Lift your right leg up and slide your right leg across the midline of your body to the left, and then take your foot down over to the left. Your toes are tucked. Look past your left shoulder. You'll see your right foot with the toes tucked. It's a stretch for the right side of your waist. Return your gaze to center in front of your hands. Lift your right leg up, slide the right leg behind the right hip, lower the right foot down, the toes are tucked. Return your right knee under you, all of your toes are tucked. On the mat, slide your left leg long back behind, lift your left leg up, slide it across the midline to the right, look past your right shoulder, you'll see your left foot. Your toes are tucked. It's a stretch for this whole left side of your waist. Return your gaze to center. Lift your left leg up, slide the leg behind the hip, lower the foot down, the toes are tucked. Return the left knee under you back to all fours with your toes tucked. Go up onto high finger pads. Your hands are as wide as your shoulders. Step your right foot inside of your right thumb. Your back toes are tucked. Lift your back knee. Walk your back foot forward. Your feet are apart. Inhale, come to a tabletop. Your legs are straight and your back is parallel to the ground. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Hook your thumbs, your palms face forward, and your fingers are spread wide apart. Stretch over to your right. Send your left arm back by your left ear and look up to the left. While you're stretching to the right, ground down through the outside of your left foot. Look straight ahead and rise up. Switch the grip of your thumbs. Go up and over to your left. Take your right arm back by your right ear. Look up to the inside of your right arm. While you're stretching over to the left, ground down through the outside of your right foot. Look straight ahead, rise up, split your arms, dive forward and all the way down. Inhale, come to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Hook your thumbs. Go up and over to your right. Then turn your torso to the ground to the right. Keep your thumbs hooked. Come down with your fingers outside your right foot. Sweep forward over to the left. Come up with that right arm up by your right ear. You're making a big circle, going down, around, out, and up. Two more. Down, around, out, and up. One more. Down, around, out. We'll meet up at the top. We'll switch the grip of our hooking of our thumbs. We'll stretch over to the left. We'll turn our torso down to the ground to the left. We'll keep our thumbs hooked and we'll dive outside of this left pinky toe, then come forward. When you're coming up to the right, that left arm is up by your left ear. So you're going down, around, over, and up. Two more. Down, around, over, and up. One more. Down, around, over. We'll meet up at the top. Separate your hands, dive forward. Your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, fold over. Bend your knees. Go to high finger pads right outside of your feet. Step your right leg long back behind. You're in a low lunge. Take your back knee down and point your back foot. Right at the wood surface in front of you, hook your thumbs, and then reach your arms up. Send your front knee and your hips forward. Send your torso and arms backwards. Let's stretch over to the left and come up. Three more. Left and up. Two more. Left and up. One more. Left and up. Separate your hands. Your palms face each other, shoulder distance apart. Tuck your back toes and lift your back knee. You're in a high lunge. Take your back foot down. You're in a warrior one. At your low back, clasp your hands, interlacing your fingers. Bring your torso parallel to the ground, and then return upright. Three more. Parallel to the ground, and return upright. Two more. Parallel to the ground, and return upright. One more. Parallel to the ground, and return upright. Reach your arms up. You're in a warrior one. Lift your back heel and pivot the heel to the sky. You're in a high lunge. Propel yourself forward, taking your back leg off the ground. Make your back leg and your torso parallel to the ground. You're in a warrior three. Come up to stand with your front knee bent, that right knee bent, your hands on your hips. Then open your right knee out to the side. Connect the right sole of the foot right below your left knee. So the sole of the foot and the calf are pushing into each other. Take your hands to prayer at heart center. Just come to stand, your hands down by your side. Sweep your arms out and up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale, lift to a flat back. Exhale, fold over. Bend your knees and take your hands to high finger pads outside of your feet. Step your left leg long back behind. You're in a low lunge. Take your back knee down and point your back foot. Hook your thumbs your second way at the wood surface in front of you, and then reach your arms up. Send your front knee and your hips forward, your torso and arms up and back. Then stretch over to the right and come up 3 more right, and come up 2 more right, and up 1 more right, and up. Separate your hands, the palms face each other, shoulder distance apart. Tuck your back toes and lift your back knee. You're in a high lunge. Then take your back foot down. You're in a warrior one. At your low back, clasp your hands your second way, your non-habitual way of clasping. Bring your torso parallel to the ground, and then come back up. 3 more. Come forward and up. 2 more. Come forward and up. 1 more. Come forward and up. Reach your arms up. You're in a warrior one. Lift your back heel and pivot the heel to the sky. You're in a high lunge. Float forward. Your back leg comes off the ground. It's parallel to the ground. Your torso and arms parallel to the ground. Come up with your left knee into your chest. Your hands come to your hips. Open your left knee out to the left. Take your left sole of the foot below your right knee. So your right calf is pushing into the left sole of the foot, and the left sole of the foot is pushing into the right calf. Take your hands to prayer at heart center. You're in a tree pose, Vrikshasana. Release your hands, release the foot. Sweep the arms out and up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale, come to a flat back tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Bend your knees and come to a chair pose with your feet apart. Here you have your knees bent and the knees are just as wide as the feet. Send your butt backwards. Let's come forward with the hands outside the feet. Step your right leg long back behind. You're in a low lunge. Reach your arms forward and up. You're in a high lunge. Step your back foot forward with the feet apart. The knees are bent. You're in a chair pose. Take your hands to high prayer. Take your prayer hands in front of your heart. Twist to your right. Send your left elbow outside your right knee. Step your left foot far back behind. You're in a twisted lunge. Retrace the steps. Step your back foot forward. Take your hands to prayer at heart center. High prayer hands. Then separate your prayer hands. Push into the floor. Rise up. Turn the palms out. Dive forward and down. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, fold over. Bend your knees. Let's go to a chair pose. Take your hands outside of your feet. Let's do that on the second side. Left leg goes long back behind. You're in a low lunge. Reach your arms forward and up. You're in a high lunge. Step your back foot forward. The feet are apart. You're in chair. Take your hands to high prayer. Prayer in front of your heart. Twist to the left. Right elbow outside left knee. Left elbow to the sky. Step your right leg long back behind. You're in a twisted lunge. Walk your back foot forward. You're in a twisted chair. Hands to prayer at heart center. Prayer hands to the sky. Separate your hands. Push into the feet. Rise up. Turn the palms out. Dive forward and down. Inhale, come to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Stay doing that. I just want to give you the side view. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Bend your knees. Your hands go to high finger pads. Step your right leg long back behind. You're in a low lunge. Step your whole back foot down and reach your arms forward and up. You're in a warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Open to warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Turn your palms up and lean backwards. You're in a reverse warrior. Your front knee is bent and your back leg is straight. Then rest your left forearm on your left thigh and your right arm over your ear. There's a sharp diagonal line from your right ankle to your right wrist. Let's go back to that reverse warrior. And we'll straighten the front leg, send the hips back. We're going to come forward with the left hand on the left leg and the right arm to the ceiling. You're in a triangle pose, Trikonasana. Let's take both arms to frame the ears and rise up. It's a flying warrior. Turn your arms to cactus pose. Turn your toes over towards that right. You're going to turn your toes out and your knees bent. You're in a goddess pose. Rest your right forearm on your right thigh, left arm over your ear. Let's switch it. Left forearm down, right arm over the ear. Return to goddess pose. Coming out to your left, go to that low lunge. Walk your back foot forward. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, fold over, sweep your arms out and all the way up. We'll meet at the top and then split your arms, dive forward and down. Let's do that on the second side. Stay where you are. I'm just giving you the side view. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, fold over, bend your knees. Your hands go to high finger pads. Left leg goes long back behind. You're in a low lunge. Take your back foot down, reach your arms forward and up. You're in a warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Open to warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Turn your palms up, lean backwards. You're keeping your front knee bent. Rest your right forearm on your right thigh and your left arm over your ear. There's a sharp diagonal line from your left ankle to your left wrist. You're in a modified side angle. Go back to that reverse warrior. At first, your front knee is bent. Then straighten your front leg and send your torso backwards. You're in a reverse triangle. Come to triangle, right hand, right leg, left arm to the ceiling. Breathe here. Let's take both arms to frame the ears and rise up. Turn your palms forward. Your arms come to cactus pose. Turn your toes over towards the left. You're going to turn your toes out and your knees bent. You're in a goddess pose. Rest your left forearm on the left thigh, right arm over your ear. Right forearm on the right thigh, left arm over the ear. Back to goddess pose. We'll come out to a low lunge to your right. Walk your back foot forward. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Stay standing tall. Just lower your hands down by your side. Take your hands to your hip bones. Lift your right knee up. 8, down. 7, down. 6, down. 5, down. 4, down. 3, down. 2, down. 1, lift the right knee up, open it out to the right. You're making a circle. It dips down behind and then it comes forward and up. 2, out, behind and up. 3, out, behind and up. 4, out, behind and up. 5, out, behind and up. 6, out, behind and up. 7, out, behind and up. 8, out, behind and up. Let's point this foot. Drop your right knee down towards the ground. The right heel goes to your right butt. Take your right hand to the top of the right foot. Bring your knees together. Take your left arm to the ceiling. Connect your left index finger and thumb. Move your right thigh parallel to the floor. Maybe your torso tilts forward a little bit, but ideally your torso is upright as that back thigh becomes parallel to the ground. Release, just standing up nice and tall with your feet apart and your hands by your side. Take your hands to your hips. Just lift your left knee up and down. 2, up and down. 3, down. 4, down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, let's lift the left knee up, open it to the left. It dips behind to make a circle and come back up. So it's out, behind, and up. 3, out, behind, and up. 4, out, behind, and up. 5, out, behind, and up. 6, out, behind, and up. 7, out, behind, and up. 8, out, behind, and up. We'll point this left foot, drop the knee. The left hand holds on to the top of the left foot. The knees come together. The right arm goes to the ceiling. The right index finger and thumb touch. Then bring your left thigh parallel to the ground. Your torso is trying to remain upright. Let's come out just standing with the hands down by the side. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Lower your hands down outside of your feet. Bend your knees, go to high finger pads. Take your right leg long back behind. You're in a low lunge. Take your right arm to the ceiling, drop your right elbow inside of the left knee, and then go back up to the ceiling. Drop it down and up. 2 more. Drop it down and up. 1 more. Drop it down and up. Take this hand down. Step your right foot forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold over. Left leg goes long back behind. Take your left arm to the ceiling. Drop your left elbow inside the right foot and then take it back up. 3 down and up. 2 down and up. 1 down and up. Take this hand down, walk your back foot forward. Inhale, come to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Hands go to high finger pads in front of your feet. Separate your feet wide, wide, wide apart. Bend your right knee and straighten it. Bend your left knee and straighten it. Keep alternating right and left. Right and left. 4 more. Right and left. 3 more. Right and left. 2 more. Right and left. 1 more. Right and left. Let's bend the right knee. All the toes are facing forward. Walk your hands over inside of that right foot. Take your hands to your hips. Your legs come up straight. Go back down to the right with the right knee bent and come up with the legs straight. 3 down and up. 4 down and up. 5 down and up. 6 down and up. 7 down and up. 8 down and up. Go down in center. Your legs are straight. Bend only your left knee. Take your hands inside of your left foot. When you come up in center, your legs will get straight. So come up, go down with that left knee bent. 2, up. 3, up. 4, up. 5, up. 6, up. 7, up. 8, keep your legs straight, come down in center. Bend your right knee, keep your left leg straight, pause here. Breathe here. Keep your torso parallel to the ground. Take your arms to a T shape. Then take your hands down. Straighten both legs, bend your left knee. Keep your left knee bent, take your arms to a T. Then take your hands down, straighten both legs. Heel toe your feet to come under your hips. Your feet are hip width apart. Inhale, come to a flat back tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Lower your hands down by your side. Take your hands to hold your hips. Your fingers are forward and your thumbs are back. Lift your right straight leg out in front of you as high as the hip and lower it down. Up and down. It's not a swinging. So try to make this an exercise where you're not only lifting, but you're lowering. So it's not a kick. It's 4, lower. So don't go so fast on the way down. 6, 7, 8. Now when you lift the right leg, take the left hand to touch the toes and come back. Touch your toes and come back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just the left leg lifts up on its own and down. Remember, it's not a swinging or a kicking. It's an actually pull up and push down. So don't go fast on the way down. Go just as slow on the way down that you're lifting on the way up. 6, down. 7, down. 8, use the right hand on the left toes and down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to stand with the feet parallel to each other. Lower your hands down by your side. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Bend your knees, your hands go to high finger pads. Step your right leg long back behind, followed by your left leg. You're in a plank position. It's the top of a push-up. Be mindful that your hips are not sagging. You don't want your hips drooping. You want your hips as high as your shoulders. Push into the balls of your feet and have your weight centered right over your wrists. And then hug your belly in, that you're taking more weight to your powerhouse, to your center. Go upwards and backwards. You're in a downward facing dog. You look like an upside down V. Your knees are straight. Come forward to plank. Go backwards, downward facing dog. Step your right foot outside your right hand. Take your right hand to the ceiling. Lower your right hand down. Step back to downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, arm comes up, hand comes down, back to downward facing dog. 2 more, forward, up, down, back. 1 more, forward, up, down, back. Step your left foot outside your left hand to the ceiling, left hand down, downward facing dog. Left forward, up, down, back. 2 more, forward, up, down, back. 1 more, forward, up, down. From downward facing dog, come to plank. Keep your feet separated and drop your heels over to the left. Keep both of your hands down and your shoulders over your wrists. Here, with your feet down, you're on the pinky blade of your left foot and you're on the big toe side of your right foot. So your soles of the feet are exposed. Take your right arm to the ceiling. Keep your hips lifted high. Lower this hand down. Come back to a plank position. Drop your heels to the right. Stay here with both of your hands down. Don't lift your hands up. Make sure that you're on the left big toe side of the foot and the right pinky blade of the foot. Your soles of the feet are exposed. The left hand goes to the ceiling. Your hips are lifted. Lower this hand down. Come back to plank. Go to downward facing dog. Look between your hands and walk your feet forward in between your hands. Inhale, come to a flat back tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Gather the energy to a high prayer. Take your prayer hands in front of your heart. Bend your knees and bring your torso parallel to the ground. Just reach your prayer hands forward and return at heart center. Forward and heart center. 2 more, forward, heart center. 1 more, forward, heart center. Reach the arms forward, separate the hands, lift your torso up. You're in a chair pose. Push into the feet, rise up, lower your hands down by your side. Take your hands to hold your hips. Your fingers are forward, your thumbs are back. You're pushing down evenly into your feet. So right and left foot have equal, even pressure. Breathe here. You're balancing both right and left sides of you. So thank you so very much for joining me. My name is Marissa, and this was our morning stretch.